country. I had 5 men whose only job was to protect me. I still almost got killed. How'd you do it?
I'm Zahar. She looked like Ellie to get here.
She would have been dead on day 1. She's being prepped for surgery.
To do what?
What surgery?
Our doctor. He thinks that the cordyceps in Ellie has grown with her since birth.
Why is she in surgery?
It makes normal cordyceps think that she's cordyceps. That's why she's immune. He's going to remove it from her, multiply the cells in the lab, produce those chemicals, and then we can give it to everyone.
And you're basing that theory on what?
Sure.
And it means that if you're taking it out,
Cordyceps grows inside the brain.
she dies.
It does.
Please, you don't understand.
I was there when she was born, Joel. I promised her mother that I would save her child. I promised. I'm the only one who understands.
We don't want that to happen to Ellie. I don't want that to happen to Ellie. I want him to save Ellie and to run away, clearly. But I'm positioning myself, you know, also at the place of the fireflies right there. They have a solution. They have the cure. They have to kill one person to save millions. What would you do, you know, at their place?
If he tries anything, shoot him.
You're gonna save her. You're gonna manage to save her. No, Ellie is not gonna die. It's not a dilemma for us, you know, it's not a dilemma for him. We want to save Ellie, no matter what.
The fuck are you doing?
But for Marlene, it's a real one.
Shit, keep walking. Fuck you. I'm back for this.
I was gonna say it, no matter what, they noticed, you know, and right there is killing some of them, like, how can you survive, Joel? If you're not dying during that expedition, they're gonna be after you, after Ellie, and... I'm trying to think of a solution. It's a musical scene. He's good for sure, you know, just him against all of them. But you're killing all of these people. I'm conflicted. For sure I want him to survive, for sure I want Ellie to survive, all of that.
I won't let you take her. Turn around.
Save her, save your daughter. Can't we find another solution? To use her blood to do something? You know, between being selfish and just wanting for the two of them to live happily forever, but with the world being a chaos and with saving the entire world by killing her, I don't want to choose, I want another option. I want saving the world and her surviving.
No matter how hard you try, she's gonna grow up, Joel. And then you'll die, or she'll leave. Then what? How long till she's torn apart by infected or murdered by raiders?
But it isn't for you to decide.
Or you. So what would she decide? Because I think she wanted to do what's right.
Did you ask, at least?
And you know it. It's not too late. Even now.
Oh, the fact
Even
that
after what
it's
you've done.
he has her into
It's
her,
still funny.
his arms like that, you know, his daughter, the first episode. You took her. I knew it. You killed Marlene?
It's alright. You're with me. You were running some tests on you. And some others. Turns out there's a whole lot more like you. People that are immune. Dozens of them. The doctors, they couldn't make any of it work. They've actually stopped. They've stopped looking for a cure.
I want to say that's not right. Tell her the truth and all.
Raiders attacked the hospital.
But-
Barely got you out of there.
He knows. He knows that if he's telling her the truth, she would sacrifice herself.
Yes.
Is Marlene okay?
I'm taking us home. I'm sorry.
Oh, the dilemma, Joel. To kill, to lie, to escape.
You just come after her.
Oh, you're right. For sure you're right, but is it right to do that? Oh, that's a real dilemma, you know. Saving one or maybe saving millions? It's someone that you love. I want to find another solution. I want to say that the other solution would be to infest, you know, a generation of mothers, future mothers, you know, pregnant mothers. They're gonna die, but they're gonna give birth to an entire generation of immune babies, and then it's gonna stop, you know.
Yeah.
That's the other solution that I found, the only one. Or just Ellie, you have to make
I used to hide like this all
100 of babies.
She would like you. I like to say, you two are the same. Definitely different kids.
Yeah.
Well, she's a lot more. I want to say girly, and I'm not saying that you're not girly.
Ah.
Yeah, you're not. She was taller. She had a killer smile. Again, I'm not saying that you don't. But you know why I think she'd like you?
Why?
Because you're funny.
You're gonna lie during your entire life now, Joel?
Yeah, but I would have. Back in Kansas City, you asked me about the first time I killed someone. When I got bit in the mall, I wasn't on my own. My best friend was there. And she got bit too. And I had to. Her name was Riley. She was the first to die. And then it was Tess. And then Sam.
That's not on you.
I know it.
Look, sometimes things don't work out the way we hope. You can feel like you come to an end. And you don't know what to do next. But if you just keep going, you find something new to fight for. And maybe that's not what you
Swear to
think.
me. Swear to me that everything you said about the fireflies is true.
She knows, inside she knows that something is wrong.
I swear.
Okay.
Oh! It's young, truly? Oh, I was expecting at least 10 more minutes. I have some little tears right there at the end, but I want to explain why. First, because of what Joel said about the fact that you have to survive to everything, you know, to every bad thing that is gonna happen to you, and it's gonna be like that, you know, for life, fight after fight, and you're just finding reasons to continue to live. I mean, all of that, it made me a little emotional. Right there at the end, she knows that something is wrong, is continuing to lie to her because it doesn't have any other choice after all of what he did, and he has to continue to lie because he did all of that for a reason and it's still the same reason, so he has to continue with that lie. And right there you have two different ways to see, to interpret her reactions. One way, you know, it's really like, okay, she had some doubts, but he's swearing, you know, that he told the truth. She knows him, she trusts him, so she's accepting it. For her, he told the truth. And the other way to see it is to be like, she knows that something is wrong, he's confirming to her his version, you know, of the facts. She knows that he's not gonna change his mind, and she's choosing, you know, to accept his lies, to continue to have that doubt for life, you know. Do you understand what I mean? For me, it's more that option, like, I'm not sure that she was convinced by his lies, but she was more okay to continue to have this doubt, you know, to live with this doubt, because she has also nothing to confirm that he lied or not. Do you understand what I mean? For me, it's more that. And that was a difficult episode because, you know, all of the first part of this episode, it was just scenes with these two to show us and to show to themselves, you know, that that's it, it's really a daughter and father relationship. The fact that they trust each other that much, the fact that they are there for each other that much. Joel is opening himself to her also that much. He's talking about Sarah, he's talking about what he did, you know, the fact that he tried to kill himself. He's opening himself to her really a lot, and he's also making sure that she's okay, she's fine, that what she lived was not great, but now he's right there, he's not gonna leave her, he's asking her, you know, do you really want to go to see the fireflies? You have the choice, maybe we can just leave. They have that conversation about to see the fireflies, but after that we're gonna live together, we're gonna really live, you know, our lives together and all. So we have all of these moments with Joel opening himself a lot to her, with Joel saying how much he loves her, how much is there for her, how much now his life is determined by her, by the fact that also she saved him in a way and stuff like that. So it's cool, it's really cool, it was really nice. But the second part of this episode, it's about meeting the fireflies and really, really quick understanding that that's it. They have Ellie, they're gonna do stuff on Ellie, they're gonna kill Ellie so they can prepare a cure for this disease, you know, for all of that. And really quick also, him taking the decision that he would do anything to save Ellie. And for sure, because we spent the entire season with these two, because we had all of that about the evolution of their relationship, we know that he's gonna do everything that he can to save Ellie, that it's logical, that it's okay, that it's about love, that it's important, that we want him to succeed, you know, because not only for him, for their relationship, but also really for the characters, because we love the characters now, so we don't want anything bad to happen to Ellie, so we want him to succeed, to save Ellie. But during that moment, it was also a real dilemma for me. I mean, it was not a dilemma in the sense that I want to save Ellie, but it was a dilemma in the sense of I can also understand the fireflies and Marlene with the fact that during entire years they wanted to find a cure to that disease. Right there they have a solution to end all of that, to save the world, they're not gonna let him, you know, take Ellie away for sure, because she's the solution to everything, and if she has to die for them, it's gonna be okay, you know, to kill her. Again, you know, it's the dilemma between, are you okay to kill someone if it can save millions of people? Just saying it like that, you're gonna be like, okay, 1 against a million of people, you're gonna be like, it's okay. But now if I'm telling you that it's your mother, it's your father, it's your brother, your sister, are you okay to kill your brother, your sister to save millions of people? You're not okay anymore. Even if it doesn't change, you know, like the dilemma is still the same. It's a difficult one, for sure it's a difficult one, and for sure because, again, we spent the entire season with these 2 characters. I love them, I don't want them to die. Because also we saw their relationships, you know, growing up, evolving like that. For sure, I'm okay with what Joel is doing. I understand everything that he's doing to kill all of them. For sure, because he wants to be sure that no one is gonna go after him, is gonna go to search for Ellie, that they're not gonna be, you know, followed and stuff like that. So clearly, I understand everything that he did, everything was logical, and I'm okay almost, you know, for him to do all of that. But still, it's a dilemma. You know, all of what I just said, it's a dilemma, but I don't think that it's a dilemma that Joel had during this moment. He was only focused on saving Ellie. I think that it was more Marlene dilemma, the one that I just described. But Joel still had one important dilemma during this episode, at the end of it, telling the truth or not to Ellie. And he chose to lie. He chose to lie because Marlene was right. If Ellie would have had that dilemma, Ellie's dilemma, it's about sacrificing yourself, you know, to save millions of people. Would you do it or not? And clearly I think that Ellie would have accepted it. Joel, he knows it, so that's why he lied. Marlene dilemma, sacrificing someone that I love to save millions of people. Ellie dilemma, it would have been sacrificing myself to save millions of people. And Joel's dilemma, it's more about killing everyone to save one person that I love and lying about it. It's more about the lie. And in a way, for me, it's a really difficult one, because right there it means that for your entire life now, Joel, you're gonna have to lie. To keep that lie, you know, to stay strong about it, to never say the truth. And also to be sure that Ellie is never gonna learn the truth, because right there, the lie that he built, it's a big one. He said to Ellie that she was not the only kid, you know, who was immune, that they already tried to make some cures and that it didn't succeed. Oh, that's a big lie, you know. It's implying, you know, a lot of things, that lie. It's implying that other people are like Ellie. It's implying that the Fireflies, they know about that, about these other immune, you know, kids, that maybe at some point they really had a solution, that hope, you know, about finding a solution, and that they gave up on that hope. I mean, if at some point they would meet again some Fireflies, it's a big lie, Joel, that you just told right there. To live with it for life. And again, at the end, I'm not so sure that Ellie believes into it. I think that she has doubts, and she just accepted to live her life with these doubts, you know. Like, okay, I'm gonna let you tell that lie, or maybe that truth. I'm never gonna know if it's the truth or not, so let's go with it. For me, it's that, you know, our reaction at the end. That was an interesting episode, you know, for all of that, for all of these dilemmas. Marlene, Ellie, and Joel, all of them, they had dilemmas. And all of their decisions, you know, in front of these dilemmas, we can understand them. And everything is logical, you know, with them. I don't know what I would have done, you know, at their place. I think that if I would have been Ellie, I would have been okay to sacrifice myself to save millions of people. If I would have been Marlene, you know, to sacrifice someone that I love to save millions of people, I don't think that I would have done it. And if I would have done it, I would have killed myself just after that. You know, like, I couldn't live with that. But, you know, the dual dilemma, I don't think that I would have lived my life with that lie. I don't know how to lie, like really. Everything you can read it on my face, so to lie about that, such a big thing. See, in a way, George's dilemma is the most difficult for me. I think that it was cool to have that flashback at the beginning about Ellie's mom. To discover how it happened at the beginning, it's a response that we needed at some point, you know, to know that she's not like that as a person, you know, Ellie, because they made some experiences on her or something like that. It's really something about the blood, something about how she was born and all. And for me, in fact, it's the solution, how it happened for her. For me, they have to sacrifice, yes, a generation of pregnant mothers to create a generation of immune babies. So it's gonna stop, you know, all at once if you're doing that. It's not only one person who has to sacrifice herself, it's an entire generation, you know, who is deciding to sacrifice themselves. In just one generation, you're managing to save everyone, everything. And it's a choice that you can make, you know, it's not something that you're forced to do. These pregnant mothers, they are choosing to do it or not. Do you understand what I mean? It's more a choice thing, in my opinion. That way, for me, it's more a solution because it's something that you choose and it's something which can help to save them all really quick. Because right there, you're making the cure. Okay, first you have really to make it, and I'm not even sure that they would have done it right there. That, and also after that, you have to find a way to replicate that cure. After that, you have to find a way to spread it, you know, around your country, around the world and all. It's gonna take 50 years, you know, or more than that. With my solution, it's a choice, it's everyone, and it's a choice, yes. It's the only solution that I found. Okay. That was an interesting episode, like really. I think that it's gonna divide people, this episode. People are gonna be fully, blindly okay with what Joel did because they love these characters and they're not gonna think about the context and all, and they're just gonna be like, no, we are not gonna kill Ellie to do that, and that's okay, that's totally okay, and that's also what I think. But some people are maybe more gonna be like, guys, do you understand what it means? It means that for one person to survive, you're okay to not find the way to save millions. You know, they're more gonna be on the philosophical side, you know, on the moral, philosophical dilemma side of the story. I think that you understood that I'm on Joel's side, like clearly I want to save Ellie no matter what. But it doesn't mean that I'm okay with that decision, that I'm okay with him lying, that I'm feeling great, you know, right there at the end of this episode, not at all. Because right there, you know, with this lie that he made, he's really making impossible for Ellie to try to be a cure at some point. He told her that's it, in the end, no cure is possible, that's it, that's life, the end of the world, it's gonna be like that for life. You know, for us, but also for everyone after us. He's saying that to Ellie, so he's really closing the subject right there. That, I'm not okay with it. I want to find another solution. I have one. Really, I believe into it at 3%, maybe. I'm okay with what he did, I understand what he did. but I'm not okay with the lie, and I'm not okay with that aunt that he wants for them. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there this review. I didn't cry, you know, during this episode. I was more disturbed, conflicted, thinking about, you know, the stuff and all. It was more an episode like that for me. Tell me, what did you think about it? Tell me, what would you do, you know, if you would be Marlene, if you would be Joel, if you would be Ellie. Tell me, what would you do? I'm really interested by that. I think that you understood my position, but I want to know yours. Really, I'm interested. Tell me. So that was the last episode of the season 1. I didn't expect it at all, you know, to finish like that. It's finishing, you know, with a situation like, if we don't have a season 2, that's okay. It's really a little like that. The story is closed, you know, in a way, because Joel is choosing to close that story. And if we have a season 2, that's gonna be bad, because it means, you know, that something else is gonna happen for Ellie to discover the truth, and meaning that it's gonna hurt her, it's gonna hurt their relationship, all of that. Tell me if we have the confirmation or not of the season 2. I want to know it also. I hope that we already know that we're gonna have a season 2. But I'm glad, you know, that I decided to watch this show. That season 1 was such a good one. And we lived a lot of emotions with this season 1. A lot of different emotions. For sure, we cried together at many occasions, but for different reasons, you know, for a broader relationship, for a lover relationship, for a first love, you know, between teenagers relationship. And at some point we were afraid for our guys, at some point we were sad for them, at some point we were disgusted by what was happening, and right there we were all conflicted by what was happening. So really a lot of different emotions. Okay, so I will see you for the season 2. If you want to stay with me, I'm reacting to plenty other shows. Check, you know, my channel to see the playlist that I made for each shows, each animes that I'm reacting to. Maybe we're already watching some of them together. Maybe you're gonna want to discover some of them with me. And yes, if not, I will see you for the season 2. And remember that if you want, on my Patreon you have the extended reaction part of that episode and the other ones without the logo into it and stuff like that. Okay, it's all for you and for me for today, for this first season of The Last of Us. So it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Great.